guys, this is Danielle again with another journal flip through. This one is of a Random House Barbie book. The copyright is 1963. The pages in these books don't have a lot of illustrations, so there aren't really many pages included in the book, just a few of the end pages and then the title page. So it's a pretty good size. There is some wear and tear on the cover just from age. The spine is 1.5 to 2 inches. And here's the back. It's 3 signatures. Or excuse me, 2 signatures. And then there's some rickrack around the side, and then the trim on the spine is covering the signatures, and it's layered with some fabric and then some lace, and then this trim that reminds me of a hula skirt. I think it's really cute. So we'll take a look inside, and some more of that hula skirt trim, or grass skirt, I guess I'm trying to say. And there's the front page. This is Maggie Holmes' summertime collection paper. Oh, Atlas of Hawaii. This is my favorite atlas. I love the colors in that atlas. This is some vintage wallpaper and a journaling card. I think I'll leave things out of the pockets. Just some embellishment of paper with a doily. Writing paper. This is a printable. I'll leave a link in the description of all of the printables that I've used. Some stationery. This is from a vintage magazine, backed on cardstock. It's turned into a pocket. And some mini pom-pom trim along the side, a little applique, just a journaling card with fabric stitched, and this one's paper and a fabric bow for journaling. Another journaling card, index card with some trim and fabric. And this is a Dole recipe for a cabbage salad, and some vintage wallpaper with pretty sparkly trim. This is a pocket with some lace. Journaling card. This is like a Project Life journaling card, I believe. And then a little, this was from a Barbie wardrobe catalog, but this one's Ken. Another image from a magazine. This is from a date book, July 1957. Could use it as a journaling card. And a little ice cream cone. Some ledger paper. A doily. And I put a little, this is a see-through acetate type pocket. Some swimmers and little tiny journaling. This is a playing card, and this is from a Simplicity counter catalog that I have, and a soda label. Cookbook page. Here's the background. This is a tuck with some journaling. This is an AmyJdelightful journaling card. I have a few of her images and then some scrapbook paper. Ledger. This is from a magazine, backed on cardstock. Journal on the back. And a little journaling card and a vintage postcard. This is sunset on Lake Erie, Ohio, which is nowhere near Hawaii, but I just thought that the scene, the beachy scene, was pretty. This is the top of a pillowcase. I used it as a pocket and a milk cap. And then these I found in my thrifting adventures. Somebody had embroidered these little pieces and made them into cards. So I thought they were really pretty. The color goes really, really well with the blue in this book. And I love to cherish people's handmade work. But it would be fun to journal in this. Just a journaling card and another. This would be good to mount pictures on or make more pockets, whatever you want. This is an AmyJdelightful printable. And I just made this index card with some fabric washi and a few layers of fabric and a button, and then this is a stamp. I made a little shaker out of the film slide. This is vintage wallpaper and a picture of some flowers. Oops. Sorry, I'm looking through my camera to do the flip through, so I can make sure I stay in frame. I don't know if I said this is vintage wallpaper. And another part of the atlas. This is still Hawaii area. This was an image in a magazine. I think this one was from a I'm not sure which one this was from, but it's from a magazine. Vintage postcard. These ladies are from a Simplicity counter catalog. Just a journaling card. Lots of trims along the side. Several little journaling cards here with some collaging on a pocket. This is feed sack fabric. This is as well. So just some journaling cards. This is really, I think this is really, really neat for this book. It's kind of hard for me to part with, but it belongs in this book. It was a excuse me, advertisement in a magazine, and it was for a contest that Dole was putting on, and the second prize is a trip to Hawaii for 2. So I thought that was really cute. I don't know what you want to do with it, but I think it might have a, yeah, the contest closes May 15th, 1961, so it's just kind of a fun ephemera piece. Could make some journaling cards into it or just leave it. This was one of the end pages, vintage coaster, one of the end pages in the book originally. And I quilted a pocket here with some journaling cards. This is a Project Life card. This was an AmyJdelightful. And then a memo while you were out boating. So I thought that was fun for this type of journal. Another image from a magazine with some shells and little accents. Journaling card. A McCall's recipe card for a golden refresher. So that seems kind of summertime. Oh, and it has strawberry lemonade punch on the back too. And more Simplicity girls. Fabric tabs. These are from Vintage Sheets. This is a lady. She's very, very dressed up in a pretty warm outfit, but I can see the beach in the background and she looks very classy. So I thought that was a fun journaling card from an image from a magazine. This is a post-a-let with vintage wallpaper. Let's see. This is just some little items ready for takeoff that you can use in decorating. This is a grapefruit crush drink label. You can use a journaling card or another tuck spot and another tag. This is a acetate kind of ephemera. I don't know what else to really call it. But it came in a little kit from Maggie Holmes to embellish the pages. And like I said, this is vintage sheet. More Atlas of Hawaii. Magazine image. This was not Hawaii on this side, so I didn't mind covering it up. Some journaling tags. Photo mats. Vintage stationery. This is a vintage seed packet, and I just opened the top so a journaling card can go in there. This was a thrifted, I don't know if it's vintage or not, but it was a thrifted find. Some shelf stationery. And a guest check. You can use that as a journaling card. More journaling cards. This, I believe, no, this might have been a Project Life card. And then for this penguin stationery, I just kind of put a few pieces together with some fabric, with a fabric bow. So it's kind of like a notepad, but I think it's pretty with the fabric detail. This is from an Ideals magazine. It's a really pretty poem, and the scene with the two people, the two kids, and the water in the background, and then the same thing on the side. Very, very beachy and pretty water scenes. Some ledger paper. This is from the counter catalog. And some tags. This is vintage wallpaper. And a pocket here. Some more journaling spots. This was a sunglasses ad. I think it was a Sears catalog, but I have another, I think it's called Seagulls catalog. It's very similar to Sears. And then another just cut apart from the paper pack. More ledger paper and doily. This is the other half of that image from the Ideals magazine. And this one I just put a sticker here. Every summer has a story. And then I felt like you could journal on top of this. Food recipe book image. Backed with some lined index card and some more room under here for journaling or pictures. The Lidex card. This is from that Barbie wardrobe. It's got her bathing suit and sunglasses. And part of the journaling, or sorry, the scrapbook line cut apart. And this is a lace tuck and some trim. And a vintage playing card. Soft drink label. And this is one of my favorite parts of this journal. This is a vintage photograph. The date is marked 1960. And it's just a couple under some palm trees. This I'm fairly confident is actually Florida. I think it says on here. Well, this is dated 1959, but it doesn't give a location. But I live in Florida, and this was found at an estate sale, and they had a bunch of pictures that they just didn't want anymore, and so they said I could have them if I could do something with them. So I just thought that this photo was great for this journal because if you wanted to use this as to document like a honeymoon or something like that, or just any kind of documentation, the palm trees and the time frame kind of fits. So I had to include that. Another one that will be hard to part with. Journaling card and a post-it note. Some vintage wallpaper, journaling card from AmyJdelightful, soda label. And this postcard is from the Pacific Coastline. This is a floating tag pocket. It's just got some little pieces in it, a little ticket, and a jukebox card. It says welcome aboard. I thought that was kind of fitting. And vacay vibes, just little things. And this is some embossed paper with some pom-pom trim and a little whale applique. And then in this lace pocket, we got another soda label on an index card, a decorated index card with some really pretty trim. I love this trim. You can do some journaling on that. And then this is a magazine image. I have some lemonade journal on the back. And then this is the end page, I believe. Another page from the book. And that's it. I didn't want to do any pockets or anything on the front and back cover because of the illustrations. They were original. So the spine is lined with vintage wallpaper also, but only the actual spine part. The in between is fabric. So it's very sturdy. And that's Barbie's Hawaiian Holiday. You can find it in my Etsy shop, 11 Dancing Dandelions. And I'll be back with another journal. Thank you.